Hey guys, we're back. We're going to go through pursuit angles when it comes to ground balls or fly balls that we have to kind of travel a distance for, or ones that kind of go either kind of fast or whatever situation we may get into. So we want to make sure that we get ahead of it and come back to the ball. So for example, if this is the shortstop, I know it looks backwards on here. I should have wrote it backwards. I'm not sure how to do that, but so if the hitter's right here, and this is the shortstop. If that ball's hit way over here, how do you get to the ball? Because if you go straight to it, if you go straight to that ball's already going to get past you. We want to make sure that we're going to loop around and ahead of the ball. So pursuit angle means that you're trying to get ahead of that so it doesn't get past you. Get ahead of it so it doesn't go past you. So pursuit angle, get ahead of it. Now I can come back to that ball right here. So you always want to get ahead of a fly ball or a ground ball. So aim ahead of it and then come back to the ball if we have to. Now sometimes you don't have time to get behind it. You just got to go out and glove it the best you can, or maybe you have to dive for it. That's okay. That's even more fun. I don't know about you guys, but I love diving. That's fun. So get ahead of the ball, come back to it. So a little drill you can work on. If you have a parent or sibling, you can have them do it outside. So working on angles, getting around, and shoot ahead of that ball either way. So aim ahead of where the ball is going to go. So get far enough ahead of it so we can always come back if we need to. So if you're at shortstop, you may have to almost go to the grass sometimes to get ahead of that ball and really aim, angle it ahead. So a drill to practice with that is outside's a little bit easier. If you're indoors, it's just working on taking that step to get behind the ball. So when I throw the ball here, I'm going to throw it at an angle. So I have to go ahead of it right here and come back to the ball. So a little tougher to see. Let me try this angle here. When I throw that ball here, it's going to bounce off. So throw it at an angle where you have to drop back a little bit to come behind the ball. Or throw it at this angle off the wall. So you have to go ahead of it and come back to the ball. So always try to angle ahead of the ball. So if I know I'm right there. If I go straight to the ball, now it's already rolling that way and it's past me. I want to get ahead of that ball, and then if I can, come back to it. Sometimes we may have to dive, and that's okay. We want to get ahead of that ball. So throw back and forth. Make sure you go ahead of it. So angle out towards the outfield to get ahead of the ball. Angle ahead of this way to get ahead of the ball, and then if you can, come on back. Limited space indoors is a little tougher. Hopefully you have a little bit wider space than I have right here. But we want to make sure we angle. So you're going to turn and run to the outfield more at an angle ahead of the ball and then come back to the ball if we can. Otherwise, just try to glove it. Boom, glove it that way. Either side we can get to. So pursuit angles. Same thing with fly balls. Get ahead of the ball so it doesn't go past you. So angle, open up, get ahead of it. If we can, come back, and we set ourselves up for a on line and a catch. So always angle ahead when you know it's a long ways away. Always try to angle ahead unless you know it's starting to dive down, and then we can try to maybe get straight to it and dive towards the ball as well. So practice that back and forth. Throw it at an angle, open up, run ahead of the ball, and you'll start seeing that if you go straight to the ball, it's going to go right past you. Angle it that way, open up, get ahead of the ball, come back to it. Sometimes you may not have enough time, so you may have to increase the angle, get more and more deep, or sometimes you can feel it out, try to get a little more shallow. But if you go right to the ball, you're probably going to miss it every time. So angle that way, open up, get ahead of it, come around to it. Open up, get ahead of it, come around to it. So that's pursuit angles. Very important for a lot of ground balls in the infield, especially when you have a lot of distance to gain up to kind of catch the ball, as well as all that space in the outfield. This is a very important one to angle ahead, especially on a deep fly ball. Angle ahead of the ball, you can always come back a lot easier than it is to back up. So, all right, give that a try, guys. If you can get outside and do this, awesome. Practice that. This is a big one for you guys to work on. And you got to be quick feet. Once you get that ball, you got to be quicker because we're going backwards. So it's going to be tougher to get back forward sometimes. So really make sure you're working those feet after you get the ball, come back quick, and go to that target. All right. Try that out, guys. Being outside, a lot more space, awesome. Kind of a nice day-ish today, so feel free to go outside and try it out. And you can set them up to yourself, toss them up in the air. Toss it back, make sure you have to work back around. If you have a nice soft wall to bounce off, give yourself some more space, or find a location where that might work. Make sure you're using softballs and not doing any damage. All right, go get it, guys. Try it out.